So, it is now Sunday, and we're doing things a bit differently this week. So, we're not going to Sunny Day 5. We're going down to the water slides at the beach. Those of you that followed us last year will have seen what we did there last year, and we're doing the same again this year. So it should be a fun day. Looking forward to it. Kids are looking forward to it, and I can see the water slide straight ahead.
Hi, we are Glenn, Jessica, Cody and Toby, and we'd like to invite you on our family adventure. That's GBtoBG. Yes, Great Britain to Bulgaria. We bought a rural property in a village not too far from Sunny Beach, and we'd like to show you our journey.
There they are! Whee! Yay! Marita's waiting at the bottom for Cody. He's already halfway down. Toby, Brent and Glenn are all at the top. Cody keeps getting stuck, so it's taking him half a year to come down the slide. Here he comes, look. Here he comes. Here he comes. Away, good boy. Whee! Daddy and Toby's turn. Why are you licking the muscle shell?
So guys, start of another week, and yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. Come out for a nice meal because it's Jess and the kids last night here before they fly back to UK. So I'm staying on for a few weeks longer to do some work on the house, and we decided to come out for a nice meal at the Irish Gardens. Fantastic place, fantastic service, great food, good prices. Yeah, first time we've eaten at the Irish, but we knew all about it. Great reputation. Can't fault the place. So guys, this is Jess and the kids' last walk down Flower Street for this year, well, this season anyway. In winter we don't really come down this way because there's no need to. Everywhere's shut. So yeah, so this is the last walk down Flower Street for these guys. I'll probably be back down a few times over the next 2 or 3 weeks, but most of my time is going to be spent at the house, in the village, sorting out a few little jobs before I head back to the UK as well. But yeah, we've had a lovely meal at the Iris. Quality of food's fantastic, and the bill for the meals and the drinks came to about £32. So that's 70 odd, 70, I don't remember what it was, about 79 leather. So 32 quid, can't complain. Nice meal, nice evening out. And as you can see, even though we're coming to mid-August now, so 14th of August, and Flower Street is absolutely rammed. Believe it or not, we're starting to feel the cold a little bit now. So even though it's probably still in the 20s, the evenings are starting to feel a bit nippy to us now. So we are acclimatised to the weather. But it's going to be a lot harder for Jess getting back to the UK and feeling the cold and the dampness of the British weather, as they've had weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of bad rain back at home.
We're going home.
Going home? You're going back to the UK? Yeah,
You just woke up on your buddy.
You've just fallen asleep in Cormac's car, haven't you? So our friend Cormac's brought us to the airport, and it's time for these guys to fly back to England. And you can go and see Grandad, can't you? Grandad's going to pick you up at Manchester.
But with flights delayed already.
So yeah, flight's delayed. It's delayed by an hour, which means an extra hour of these two monsters running around the airport causing all kinds of bother. But I'm sure you can manage that when you get through to the other side. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm staying for a little bit longer, but I will be doing the same thing in about 3 weeks or so. That's the plan anyway. So you're going to say bye-bye to Bulgaria?
Bye, Bulgaria.
Bye-bye, Bulgaria. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Bulgaria. See you for Christmas. Very quiet morning this morning. So I've got up, I've fed the cats because we had 2 of them here this morning. I've had some breakfast and everything is very, very peaceful. And that's because Jess and the kids went home last night. So they've headed back to the UK. Unfortunately, when we arrived at the airport it was extremely busy. The queues were a mile long to go through security. But it all seemed to be moving. And the second that we joined the queue, Jess became instantly recognised, and yeah, some of our fans had a nice little chat. So it's nice, and apparently all the way through the airport she kept meeting people that recognised us from YouTube. So that's nice, thank you guys. Unfortunately the flight was delayed by a couple of hours, but the kids seemed to do well. They seemed to be quite well behaved at the airport, and it just meant a nighttime flight, a late flight, and not getting home to the UK till early hours of the morning. But I'm sure they'll have a sleep, have a rest and be fine. So yeah, so now they're gone, my plan is very, very simple. I need to do work to finish off where the new water meter's going. That needs to be brick lined or concrete lined. So I need to do that because it's possible that they'll fit the meter while I'm back in the UK. So we're going to leave some keys with a friend here. So yeah, that's one job. So I'm going to do some more preparation for that. And then on the days that it's too hot to be outside, I will be inside and starting on the bedrooms. And the main reason why I want to do that now is to get a head start for winter, because obviously in winter we've got access to our friend Slash, who can come do some work. He'll do the plastering and things like that. We need to knock through walls, we need to do floor tiling, but it's just nice to get some preparation done so it's ready. It's a blank canvas, it's ready to go, wallpaper off the walls, you know, anything that I can do now will save time in autumn. Should I say winter, because it's looking like it's going to be December by the time we get back. So guys, that was an interesting one. I was just walking back from the beach, past the back of the Phoenix Hotel, and I got waved in to one of the bars by a lovely Geordie family. They're over here on holiday for a couple of weeks, Linda and Geordie. Fantastic, and they invited me to sit down, have a beer and a chat, so it was nice. They've watched all the videos, and even though they're here for another couple of weeks, they're looking forward to going home and watching the videos that they can't catch up on at the moment, which is crazy, but it's good. So anyway, here they are, and I hope they enjoy meeting me, because I certainly enjoy meeting them, and hopefully we'll meet up again over the next couple of weeks while they're here, and enjoy a beer at some of the bars that I go to. Yeah, all good fun. Anyway guys, catch you later. Hi guys, upto. So I thought I'd just give you a quick run through of my plans for the next few days. So I've started to remove everything out of the bedroom. Now, as most of you are aware, if you've been watching, we've actually been sharing this room as our bedroom for me, Jess and both the kids. And the reason for that, twofold. One, it's actually easier to keep one room cool in summer, and it's easier to keep one room warm in winter. But we can't carry on like that for much longer. So my plan is get everything out. As you can see, I've started stripping the beds out. The bed's being moved into another room for the temporary being, for storage until the room's finished. And then I'm going to strip all the wallpaper off the walls. Now we've only got 2 rooms with wallpaper, and wallpaper scares me a little bit because you never know what's behind it. You don't know where it's going to be hiding. So I'm going to remove all the wallpaper and see the state of the walls, and then at least we know then that if they need plastering, they're ready and they'll be prepped for when Slash can come in winter and do some more plastering for us. So that's the plan. I can't get too much done in one go because, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the thermometer is still reading 30 degrees. So it's currently 30 degrees in this room, which to an Englishman is warm, very warm. I'm sweating buckets as usual. So yeah, I'm going to crack on, get this room done, and then move in to another room. This is the second room that is going to be a bedroom that is covered in wallpaper. Now we know there's some big cracks in here, but we've had them looked at and we've been told it's structurally sound, don't worry about it. Not too sure what to do about the ceilings. So my first instinct was just to deal with the cracks in the ceilings, fill them, or maybe even plaster over them. But when I look at some of the other rooms, so in our kitchen we have a false ceiling. So we have the original ceiling above and we have a false ceiling below it. And the false ceiling is brilliant. It's absolutely perfect, it's immaculate. I don't know whether it allows for a bit more movement in the house, but there isn't a single crack on it. So I'm thinking that maybe that's what we need to do. I'm thinking false ceilings in all the bedrooms, all 3 bedrooms, subject to costing. So I'll look into that. I don't really want to do any sort of plasterboarding walls, because if I do that, it's going to take away a little bit of floor space from the house. I know other people have done it. They've made like a false wall all the way around, hides all any imperfections in the property. But for me, one, I'd rather see if there's still any movement and see the cracks and deal with them as they turn up so we know what's going on. And 2, to bring anything out from all the walls, you're going to lose a little bit of space. So that's not my ideal. Anyway, I'm going to crack on because I've got a lot to do. Well, we're in the village, as you can see, and I spent all morning and most of the afternoon stripping wallpaper again. So that's one room completely done. We've got another room on the go. So once both bedrooms are done, I'll be a lot happier. But it's Saturday, which means that Barbara and Brent and Peter and all our friends get together and go out and have a beer. And this time they're going down to New Nezabar. So I'm going to join them, go and have a few beers, have something to eat, probably end up in Sunny Beach later on, and then back to the house. So yeah, going to make the most of my time here anyway, so I might as well do that as well. Anyway, catch you later guys, bye for now, do skoro. Hi guys, good morning, dobro jutro. I'm currently in the third bedroom, and I've already stripped all the wallpaper back in the second bedroom, the bedroom we've been using, and I've completely stripped everything off, got it all sorted, back to plaster, so Slash can come and check out the cracks in the walls, see what needs to be done to fill them, or maybe even just a full replaster, whatever he's going to do, we'll work it out. But in this room, I've started taking the wallpaper off. Unfortunately, this stuff is just horrendous. I don't know how long it's been up for, I don't know anything about it. I just know that as I've started to peel it off where the cracks are, it just does not want to come off. It's going to take me probably about 4 or 5 days, maybe even a full week, just to strip the wallpaper off this room. And that's not what I anticipated. Yes, I've got about 20 days left or something like that here, but I've got a lot of other jobs that I need to get on with. So stripping wallpaper is not much fun, especially as it's still in the 30s. It was 35 yesterday, I believe it's supposed to be 35 to 37 degrees today. So it's hot, 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 and working in the house in this heat is not good. But it's got to be done, so I'm going to crack on, see if we can get this done. Hi guys, well, stood in the village centre, waiting to head out down into town. Been stuck in all day, doing some more wallpaper stripping. I'll show you the rooms later on. But yeah, it's been hard work. I never thought taking wallpaper off walls would be so difficult, but it has been. Not really filmed much because that's the last thing you want to watch, is me taking wallpaper off walls. Got a couple more little jobs on that, and then I'm done. So I've got 2 weeks left. So Jess has been away for just over a week now, and I'm going to roll a couple of weeks together in my videos just purely because I'm not doing anything interesting anymore. And I hope to finish the water pit and brick line that before I go. So I've got 2 weeks to do that, and 1 or 2 other jobs like putting the pool away. So yeah, that's going to keep me busy for the next few days anyway. So it's time for beer and something to eat. Down to Sunny Beach I go. Catch you later guys. Bye for now. Do skoro. Well guys, it comes that time of year where even though it's still hot, sweat is pouring out of me this morning, but the kids have gone home to the UK and the pool's not getting used, so it's time to empty it, pack it all away, and store it until next summer. So first job is trying to get this cover off, because it's not been used for over a week now. The cover's filled with water, which isn't brilliant, it makes it a bit harder. But it also means I can give the cover a quick wash before I start draining everything out. So I get everything washed, get everything clean, dry it out, and start packing it away. It seems sad really, but it's what we've got to do. We won't be able to use it in winter. We don't want it to get ruined in winter, so it's time to go. So all I've done is wash the pool cover, put it over the line to dry, and then any debris in the pool taken out, all the big stuff, the leaves, everything, still a little bit, but all the big stuff is out. I've been round it with a brush, brushed all the insides, brushed everything, because you do get a little bit of dead algae that builds up. So I've brushed all that while the water's in it, mixed it all into the water. I have then taken out the filter of the pump because the filter was slowing down the rate of flow, and I might as well use the pump. I've got a pump, it would be silly to empty it by a hose pipe like I see some people doing. You know, mechanical advantage and all that, it's doing the job. So I've disconnected both the A and B ports. I've got the outlet port to our traditional Bulgarian squat toilet, which is our outside toilet that we've done nothing with since we moved into the house. That's just still just a shell outdoor toilet. But we've kept it, and you know, we may put a European toilet in at some stage, or a normal toilet I should say at some stage, but you know, the Bulgarians don't mind using the squat toilets. So yeah, so I'm draining it through there. I've taken the B end and I've put it right down at the bottom of the pool, so hopefully it keeps sucking until the water's gone. And it just makes sense really, because there is a port at the back where you can attach a hose pipe and just let the water pressure, the weight of the water kind of push out, but it'd take forever, so it's not worth doing. Let the pump do the work, dead easy. Just got to make sure that when you take your filter out, you've got to prime your pump, make sure water's all the way through it, or it should damage the pump. But it just makes sense. So let's see if it takes less time to empty than it did to fill. Who knows? It's looking good. Hi guys, well, as you can see, I've emptied the pool. I've brushed it all out, emptied it. The pump was fantastic, did most of the work for me. Flipped the pool over to check underneath, and as you can tell, where it's been sat on these blankets, it's got a little bit damp and a little bit stained, but it is the underneath of the pool. There's not a lot I can do about it. It's been sat there now for several months. I've literally just put some dishwashing soap on it, scrubbed it with a brush, and now all I can do really is let it dry out. So I'm going to let it dry out, and then I'm going to put some talcum powder on it inside and out, and all that does, it stops the plastic from sticking to itself when you roll it all up. It's a good idea, it's an advisable thing to do. So yeah, so I'm going to let it dry out today and tomorrow, put some talc on it, and then yeah, hopefully it'll be okay for next year. I'm a little bit disappointed that it's staying like that, but there's not a lot I can do about it. It's just life. Yeah. There we go. Pool's almost away. It's going to take me 2 days in total, but well, maybe a day and a half. Well, that'll do for me. I'm a little bit concerned because the grey clouds have come over. It looks like we might get some rain. Knowing my luck, as I'm trying to dry up my pool, it's going to chuck it down. But we'll see. If not, I'll do the rest tomorrow. Dos coro. Well, there you go. We have half the road just down from our house closed off. I would say it's probably to do with the water pipes they're putting in, so maybe they're making the way down the main road now, and we won't be long off getting our new meters, which means I have to hurry up and get this pit finished. So pressure is on now. I'm going to speak to Cormac tomorrow because he's not done his yet. Yeah, if that's for the water pipes, got to get it done. See what happens tomorrow. Dos coro. It's always nice. Strave. Beach snaps, that one?
Yep.
Quite sweet. So guys, fantastic day in Sveti Balas, and we've come to the saloon bar. Brilliant food, fantastic night, great beer, and a free shot at the end of the meal. Can't complain. Can't go wrong with this place, it's amazing. So don't forget guys, any questions about anything, just drop me a line in the comments. See you later. Hi guys. Well, it's the end of another week, and as you can see behind me, I'm back at sunny day 5, as we do every Sunday with Brent and Barbara. Absolutely amazing day again. Yesterday was fantastic at Sveti Palace, and now some beers, something to eat around the pool, and the sun is still shining. So the evenings are drawing in a bit quicker now, so by 6:30, 7 o'clock it's starting to go dark. We're making the most of it, so grab a bite to eat, back in the pool for a little bit more sun, and then we'll see what happens next week.